everybody, this is Amethyst Star 82, and welcome back to another Let's Play of the August 12th build of Yandere Simulator. Now, for this, I'm probably just going to fill around and just see what else has changed. Is it? I don't know what. I just figured we've seen the main stuff of what was new, what he added when it comes to killing somebody and any little hair in the patches and stuff. But I wanted to see, hang on, I need the right. I'm starting to like with the glasses thing. I just think that looks super cool. Alright. So I actually want to investigate all different parts of this place and see if there's anything new, anything at all. Like maybe there's another ghost girl or some. Wait a minute. What the heck? There's a little dot there and it. Huh? A cassette tape? Weird. Anyway, let's keep exploring. So we still got those masks, those little mask things. I still say that one on the top right, or no, top left. Looks a lot like Ami from Okami. That'd be cool if there was another building that. Huh? There's another one. How many of these cassette tapes are there? Well, folks, I guess we got a little treasure hunt. We're gonna search all over the place and see if we can find more and more of these cassette tapes. This is gonna be awesome. Who knows what's going on? This is pretty cool. I thought I knew it! Right underneath the soccer tree. I still can't change my uniform. Can we move this dumpster? Why would we need to move this dumpster? Let's leave it alone for now. Let's look for the rest of all the corners of the school. Since we found all the other ones here. I knew it! There was another one here. Let's see. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one would make number 6. How many of these are there? Let's see. Let's continue here. There's another one. Right here. What the heck is going on here? Well, since we're at the bathhouse already, let's see if there's anything here in the bathhouse. Nope. Not on that corner. Huh. I wonder it would be cool if her hair was like red, like a nice dark red. That'd be actually pretty cool. Can any of these lockers open, I mean? Guess not. Don't see any buttons. Doesn't look like there's any there. Well, it doesn't seem to look like there's any more of those tapes. Any of those tapes in here. Just what the heck's the deal? Let's look in here. Yep, I use my special powers. Okay. So let's go in here. Let's go in here for a moment. Doesn't look like there's anything in here. You think that was it? Huh? When was this door opened? Oh! We can go on stage? Nice. And there's another one! What the heck is going on here? Can we go up here? We can! But there's nothing there. Whoa! Dude! But is there any more? There's some freaky stuff there. There's 8 of them. So, is there 8? I mean, is there only 8? Wait a minute. There's another one. So that makes it cassette tape number 9. I forgot. Let's look at the corners of here, and there's another one. What the heck's going on? My pug doesn't even know. Weird. What the heck is going on? So let's see if there's anything in here. Let's go in here for a sec. Of course there'll be nothing in here. Counselor's room? Doesn't look like anything there. Faculty. Doesn't look like there's any in here in the bathrooms. What the heck is going on? Chemistry lab. Student council room. Library. Student council room. Well, guys, I looked about everywhere and... Huh? All I found was this. Yeah, I know they're mysterious, but what's in them? Well, let's find out.
Looks like it still works. As long as it's recording, I suppose I might as well say something. How long has it been since I last used this thing? It's been at least 2 decades. Almost 3. Those were better times. I was so young back then. My future seemed so bright. I remember following my dreams. I remember a promising career. I remember being happy. If I could turn back time, what would I do differently? I know exactly what I should have done. I shouldn't have gotten involved with that case. With that girl.
What girl?
Pursuing her was the right thing to do. But if I hadn't involved myself with her, I'd still have a career. When did it begin? I think it was April of 1989. The peak of my career as an investigative journalist. That's when I heard about a murder at the local high school. The police had no leads. I decided to investigate it myself. I tried to be a hero. And that was the worst mistake of my life.
Let's continue this.
The school's faculty didn't let me conduct an investigation on school grounds. They were highly concerned with maintaining their prestigious reputation. They didn't want any police or journalists snooping around and ruining the school's image any more than the murder already had. Or maybe they just had something to hide and didn't want the authorities to find out. To this day, I still don't know how the school managed to convince the police that any crime that takes place on school grounds can only be investigated for 6 hours maximum. I heard a rumor that the school's headmaster bribes the police department to expedite their investigations as much as possible. There were a lot of unsavory rumors about the school's headmaster, but none of them proven to be true.
Sounds like Principal
Because I
Wells
couldn't
at
work around
Blackwell.
the school, I used to gather information by interviewing students outside of the school gate when they entered or left the school. It was at this point in time that I noticed a peculiar girl who was quite obviously stalking one of her seniors.
Okay.
I decided to keep my eye on her, and before long, I began to observe some disturbing behavior from her.
Wait. Are we dealing with Yandere-chan's mom? Or are we listening to tapes in the future? What the hey? Let's keep listening.
From the school gate, I witnessed the girl do more than just stalk an upperclassman. She stalked any girl who spoke to him. Through student interviews, I kept tabs on what happened to those girls. They became the victims of bullying, were expelled, and in some cases, stopped coming to school. I frequently saw the girl running with a mop and a bucket, as though she always had some sort of mess to clean up. That girl was using manipulation, intimidation, and sometimes even violence to sabotage the boy's love life. If she wasn't above that kind of behavior, the possibility of murder didn't seem too far off. I didn't want to believe that a schoolgirl would actually commit murder just to keep a boy single, but the evidence was staring me straight in the face. That's when I learned a crucial piece of information. The girl who was murdered at the beginning of the school year had a crush on the same boy that was being stalked. The final piece of the puzzle had fallen into place. I knew that I had found the culprit. I went to the police with my findings. Took a lot of talking, but I was eventually able to convince them to take the girl into custody.
That's precisely what happened. Girl murdered at the beginning of the school year. And I believe that when this game officially comes out, we'll be starting at the beginning of the school year too. And we have until Friday to take care of any obstacles and confess our love to Senpai. Oh man. This can't be a coincidence. Let's listen to more of them.
The idea of a murderous schoolgirl was scandalous enough to attract lots of attention. Word of her arrest quickly spread across the entire nation. The trial turned into a media circus. I became a celebrity practically overnight. I didn't want to be a public figure, but I did want my investigative skill to be recognized. I hoped that all the attention would boost my career. As it turns out, I was dead wrong. That manipulative little schoolgirl put on the best act I've ever seen. She cried non-stop, feigned ignorance at every opportunity, and had an excuse for every accusation leveled at her. The court fell in love with her, the media fell in love with her, the entire damn nation fell in love with her. She called me a dirty pervert who enjoyed leering at schoolgirls. She called me a fame-seeking yellow journalist. She claimed that I only accused her of murder for sensational headlines. And the court bought every word of it. The day the judge declared her innocent, the entire country celebrated like it was a damn holiday.
about halfway through. Let's keep listening.
From that day forward, I was a national disgrace. I was known across the country as a lecherous journalist who stalked schoolgirls and tried to throw a girl in prison to boost his own career. I saw disgust in the eyes of every person who looked at me. My house and my car were vandalized every day for weeks. Needless to say, I was never able to work as a journalist again. The police department that arrested the girl was also the subject of national criticism. They were accused of being incompetent fools who would arrest anyone without sufficient evidence. Ever since then, the police in that town have been extremely lenient in an attempt to repair their reputation, and don't want to go anywhere near the local high school except for extremely brief periods of time. But the worst part of the entire experience didn't come from the media or the public. Immediately after the trial, I tried to escape the press by hiding in an alley behind the courthouse. Only one person found me there. It wasn't a journalist or a reporter. It was the girl that had just been declared innocent. I'll never forget her face that day. She was smiling, but her eyes were blank, empty, soulless, like a doll's eyes.
What about sharks?
She looked like she didn't have a single ounce of humanity in her entire body. With that smiling face, she said to me, "It would be very easy to make your death look like a suicide. Don't ever cross me again." She turned around and left without another word.
Holy schmikes. That escalated dramatically. And we just only finished 5. Let's keep listening.
My life was a living hell for about a year, while the trial was still fresh in people's minds. Eventually, the hatred subsided, but it never truly died. There was always someone who recognized me, no matter how much I tried to change my appearance. Finding employment was nearly impossible. I drifted between part-time jobs and spent my free time drinking to ease the pain of becoming the national punching bag. It was around this point in time that I met my future wife. I still don't understand what she saw in me. I was an absolute wreck, not to mention the laughingstock of the entire country. But as soon as we met, she wanted to spend every waking moment with me. She wouldn't let me out of her sight and got possessive if another woman so much as looked at me. I quickly came to depend on her for everything. It wasn't long before I couldn't live without her. I certainly wasn't in any state to take care of myself. I was like an adult-sized baby, helpless and vulnerable. Who knows? Maybe that's what she was attracted to. Maybe she just wanted to experience the sensation of owning a person. Maybe she wanted to keep a human pet. Maybe all she wanted was someone who she could emotionally depend on. Even after all these years, I don't understand why anyone would waste their time with a man like me. But none of that mattered. Despite all my flaws, she accepted me. And that's all I needed. We got married about 6 months after meeting each other.
Aww. So he did find some happiness. He found a wife who loves him. Aww.
My wife died while giving birth to our only child.
Oh no.
I still don't know how I possibly found the strength to keep going after I lost her. I was completely dependent on her for absolutely everything. I could barely take care of myself, much less a baby. Somehow, I managed to make it through those years. But even after all this time, I'm still a deadbeat drunk who can't hold down a job. It was very difficult to love my own infant daughter, knowing that my wife was dead because of her. I'm pretty sure I was a horrible father. She practically had to raise herself. I never tried to spend much time with her or learn about her interests. Even now, I don't think I know very much about her. I don't even know what kind of person she's turned into. I don't even know what her everyday life is like. I know that she spends all of her time on her computer. She bought it herself. She seems to have a lot of money for someone her age. I'm afraid to ask where it comes from. Sometimes she comes home with blood on her clothing. I can't tell if it's her blood or someone else's blood. I try to stay out of her business. It's partially out of respect for her privacy, but it's mostly out of fear.
Okay, for a moment, when he said computers, I thought that it might be the girl with the two-toned hair. I think her name is Pippi or something. I'm not sure what people call her. But another thing was, with earning a lot of money, for a moment, I actually thought it might be the purple-haired girl. But I'm was also thinking that it might be InfoChan. I mean, he was an investigative journalist, and she wants to be an investigative journalist. So I'm guessing maybe she has a little dirt on people. But the thing with the blood, it makes me think that maybe his daughter is Yandere-chan. But we only just finished 7, so let's continue. Maybe we'll find out more on who she is.
I've never told anyone about any of this. Never saw a shrink, never had any friends to confide in. I thought that it would be therapeutic to record my feelings, even if I'm only talking to an obsolete machine. But this hasn't calmed me down at all. The only thing to come out of this experience is that all of the anger and hate I've kept buried for the past 2 decades has risen back to the surface. I don't think I can go back to the way things were before. I don't think I can go back to wasting my time with crappy part-time jobs, drinking, and sitting on a couch feeling miserable. I don't want this to be my life. But I can't let myself die just yet either. Not until I see justice served. That girl from 1989. She's a grown woman by now, but she's never been punished for the sins of her youth. I can't go on living in a world where a monster like her walks around in public. I'm the only one who knows the truth about her, so I'm the only one who can bring her to justice. I still know how to track a person down. I still know how to learn a person's secrets. I still know how to dig up the truth. For the first time in decades, I feel like I have a purpose. I feel like I know what to do with my life. I'm going to deliver justice to that murderer. I'm going to die trying. This old antique was good for something after all.
Feeling the fire for his vengeance and for justice. Let's just hope that he doesn't die and the chick's not in one of these recordings. Let's continue.
I found her. It wasn't hard. She never even moved out of her hometown. I've been following her around town for the past week. It's not that hard to follow someone without being spotted if you know the right tricks. The only difficult part is looking at her without being consumed with disgust. Thinking about what she got away with. Thinking about what she's responsible for. It almost makes me go blind with rage. This whole week, I felt like something was wrong. Yesterday, I realized what it was. I'm surprised it took me so long to figure it out. She suddenly changed directions while walking, or linger in one place for seemingly no reason. I recognize that behavior. It's my own behavior. I know what she's doing. She's stalking someone. It didn't take me long to figure out who her prey was. A young woman just out of high school. I don't know what she's done wrong, but she's clearly marked for death. She'll be dead within a week if I don't do something. I want to warn her that a killer is stalking her, but I can't repeat the mistakes of the past. In order to convict this monster and send her to prison, I need firm evidence that she's a murderer. If I save this young woman's life, I won't have any evidence. I have to let her die. And I have to be there when it happens, filming her murder. It's the only way to get the evidence I need. The only way to make sure that justice is served. But is this really justice? Letting a woman die? If I don't get this monster arrested, then there will only be more victims in the future. So letting her commit murder one last time is the right thing to do. Isn't it?
Oh, I'm gonna fresh out. Why was she stalking someone who just got out of high school? Oh my gosh.
Fool, I'm a goddamn fool. I got sloppy. She caught me. I followed her into an alley, lost her in the shadows. Then I heard her voice from behind me. Long time no see, Mr. Journalist. I turned around and saw her just inches away from me. She was smiling. I recognized that smile. It was the exact same smile she wore when she threatened my life in 1989. I didn't know what to do. I just turned and ran. I've broken a truce that lasted almost 3 decades. She knows I was after her. There's no way she'll let me live. I'm doomed. I can't go to the police. I'll sound like a babbling lunatic without evidence, and right now I don't have any. Even if they do listen to me and investigate her, they won't find anything. My only option is to leave town. No, it's worse than that. I have to leave Japan altogether. I searched for you, but I couldn't find you. I can't wait for you to come home. I have to leave immediately. I'm going to gather all of the recordings I've made so far and put them where I know you'll find them. That way, at least you'll know why your father disappeared so suddenly. I only hope that she doesn't try to get revenge on me by harming you. I don't know when I'll be back. I don't know if I'll be back. I don't know if she's willing to cross oceans to hunt her prey. If she is, I'll try to lure her into a trap, try to expose her true nature in front of the police. It's my only hope. I know you can take care of yourself. If I had more time, there's so many things I'd say to you, but I can't. Not now. Stay safe. I love you.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, I believe that's all the tapes. I now have a small theory of what's going on. I'm thinking Yandere-chan is the daughter of the woman he was investigating. And I'm thinking maybe Info-chan is indeed this man's daughter. I'm not sure about the blood thing, but everything else seems to fit. I mean, she wants to be a journalist, and he was a journalist. And in a very old opener for Yandere Simulator, she said, "So the past is repeating itself." And she keeps tabs on a whole lot of people. So, what if she is doing this to get her father back? Oh man. Well, that's the end of... I think I'll call this the end of the video, and sorry about that. My recording program kind of stopped on me unexpectedly on that. Well, anyway, yeah, that's the end. This is the end of the video, and thank you guys for watching. And if you want to see more, like, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to play this game yourself, I will post a link to where you can download it in the description below. Again, thank you guys for watching, and until the next time, this is Amethyst Star 92 signing off. Bye-bye!